correct. How y'all doing? How you doing today? Yep. I am here. I am here today, and we're gonna talk about see if anybody's out there. We're gonna do this thing today. Gonna get on to it. I got a video that I'm working on soon, so we're gonna get into it. We're not even gonna play. We're gonna get this going real quick. I got this world premiere going, so let's see. I just heard from some folks that they bring it to you live. Keep on talking. What's up? I just got here. Just up. What's up? I just had to step out. Just stepping out. What's up? Welcome back. What's up? Glad you on. Thank you for knowing, letting me know that you were gonna be on. Cause I had to just go run the restroom real quick. I'm on. So glad to have you. It feels good. Thank you. That's what we're gonna do from here on out. If there's a moment where you let me know days you're gonna be on, so that way we're all good. So I'm glad to have you back. Oh yeah, I know it's cold. My uncle was telling me about Virginia. It's getting some cold, so I know we're gonna be on. So anyway, if you on, say something. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I know you're on. Give me a check. I just got my back. Yeah, I got your bad signal. I'm on. It's all good. I'm glad. That's the one way I'll know because the YouTube thing sometimes it be kind of funny, so I need to know. But anyway, glad to have you back. Now I know we'll have some conversation. We'll be on for like an hour at least, so try to get some. It's not too bad. I just gotta wear some clothes. That's all. Typical. Yeah, Ohio, cold weather and no football. I know. Hey man, Lake Erie, yo, Lake Erie. I know about the. I remember. Hello, how you doing? How you doing, Billy? How are you? Thank you for stopping through. Tell me where you're coming from. I know about the Lake Erie. Believe me, I don't want to think about it because it's funny. Like when you, yeah, I know, and all I keep hearing, I don't want to watch it for one main reason. You know why I don't want to watch it? Cause Sanders keeps dropping. They're like putting a bad casting spell on him. I don't like what I'm hearing. What part? What part? part you from? You do? Gilbert Arenas did that. I got a video coming out, and I'm trying hard to see it because I don't see it. Oh, I know the commercials and stuff, but I haven't really felt his impact. I just don't feel that he. I feel that him and Brown are like a law firm, which they work great together. It's kind of like a songwriting partnership. Because I'm always curious who did the most of the work. But Brown does all the dirty work, and Tatum gets all the shine. But I'm not feeling neither one of them apart. That's just how I am. All right, Billy, let me know what part you from in the UK. You say UK. Let me know. I like Tatum. I just don't love his game. I think that's the thing. And look, I can. Yeah, but does he have dominance? They blew that game against Cleveland the other night. He doesn't dominate like Jalen. Yeah, I give you that, but he had no personality though. think we need. I think we need somebody with some charisma. Now you tell me he's got charisma. Tell me he's got some kind of charisma or aura. No Diddy. But just tell me he got something going for him like that because I just don't see it like that. You got that right. You know what? You now that's a part. We forget how long he's been in the NBA. And he's only a year older than Luca. Seems like he's been around. He should be pushing 36. You ain't even lying. Because those Eastern Conference championship. Jalen moves me more, but Jalen is kind of in between. Like there's things with him, you know, because he doesn't. He lacks. They both lack a certain charisma. You know, it's a certain thing. They play when they winning. If they win, that shuts everybody up. That shuts everybody up. So can they win another chip? I think he got to win a couple more rings. Definitely got to get a league MVP, Finals MVP, and then you know, we can debate where we come down with him because he just kind of leaves me kind of cold. I'm just not really feeling it at this stage, but that doesn't mean he can't. You know, still got time. I figure he'll be playing at least another 10 years, and he'll move up. I mean, you know, he got a chance to make some. You know, we'll see. But then again, I don't know how. Yeah, I seen that. And the problem with him is this. Boy, you better say you the face of the league. If I was his agent, I'd be in his ear hole. I'd be like, yo, you better say you the face. Because if you play, what we gonna do, we gotta get you up out of Minnesota. I know he is. But it's also because he don't play with nobody that can make him better. Rudy Gobert can't save him. Michael Conley too old. And they don't have nobody there like Cat that could kind of be a yin and yang. The coach is kind of getting caught up in the flavor, so they really don't have nobody that can put it in perspective. It's telling, it's showing its signs. They lose too many close games, and they play like a team that's happy to be 500. What's happening? I like the name Broccoli too, by the way. Got to play better than that. Got to have an incentive. Got to have an agenda. Got to want it. So that's my main knock. Ant's got to step it up. But I already know what I could see with Ant. I told you I think he's LA bound. There's somebody gonna go big. That Luca move gonna make a whole lot of cans come out open. You'll see. You will see. You'll see exactly what I mean. It's about to really get cracking. They're not that good. Look, I love Tibbs. His toughness. I don't like his stupidity as far as overworking his players. The Brunson Cat thing, you're gonna run guys ragged. You don't run more than 8, 9 deep, and you're exposed because you're softened like a Twinkie. You can't keep chugging threes and don't play no size, and eventually teams get tight on you. You know, they're not that far off, but they need somebody that's a statement player. That's the problem, and it's in the glass that they get exposed on. They get exposed badly. They need one of them trees from OKC. At the hands on a Chad Holmgren, I'm just telling you, they missing a tree in the middle. That's what's hurting them. And they struggled. Miami blew that game last night and went overtime. Now the Knicks are just they. It's fun, but it's not. No, Jared Allen ish. If you're a Cleveland Cavs fan, it's all about Jared Allen. It's all Jared Allen. Because if he mains the middle, gets his boards. Oh, I'm not saying he can't, but it's Jared Allen as far as I'm concerned. Because it's them 15, 16 points. It's that Rudy Gobert that don't play style. Because if Jared Allen holds it on for Cleveland in the middle, they not going to lose. Because I trust the perimeter. They got enough pieces there. I think it's Jared Allen is the X factor for him. It's all about the glass. And of course, the bench comes. If they play that 4 or 5 man can get 20, Jared Allen does his business, they coming out the East. They coming out the East. They will be fine. I have no doubts in my mind. That trade with Atlanta for Hunter was huge. They're going to be a problem. And Donovan Mitchell was in cruise control. All he got to do is just come press prepared. No, Jared Allen, all he got to do, if he can give him anywhere between 14, 16 points, 10, 12, 10 20 rebounds, or blocks, maybe a steal, that's it. They need him to kind of, yeah, Strauss fits. He fits. He fits. They got pieces that fit. So all they got to do is just be consistent. Well, if that's the case, they're going to be battle tested. They got the chance to make that kind of statement because they got a legit duo. I'll give you that. They got the best duo in the East. So they got a chance to make that statement. Now, Joe Mazzulla knows how to coach, so we're going to find out. Yeah. But it depends on which team we're talking about. We can use that logic. It depends on which team we're talking about. It's a different ball game these days because uh, coaching is different now. Which coach do you really see that can win a game? I think Joe Mazzulla is kind of underappreciated. I seen him doing some stuff with Boston. Yeah, well, some cases, not all cases. Sometimes it just be the best of the talent. Sometimes it just be the guys. Like when I watch the Celtics against the Pacers, Rick Carlisle lost all four of those games against the Celtics. So I'm sorry I have to disagree with you on that one because Rick Carlisle should almost hand in his badge for that mess that he did against the Celtics. He lost two of them games with stupidity. Since when? Doc choked himself out of gold. There was that and if that Celtics team had to beat the Lakers in 2010 with putting Sheed at the five, I would say yeah. However, what happened with the Clippers, the Sixers, and we're gonna see what happens with the Bucks. I'm just saying. I don't think he's too shy. I just don't think he has any personality. I don't think it's about shyness. He just doesn't have personality. He talk trash. See, that's why you can't compare him to Tim Duncan. Duncan just beat you with his game. Shoot. Tatum be talking. Tatum doing all this. And then what happened at the end? I mean, come on now. No. I like Tatum, but you gotta bring it. You gotta bring it. And I don't think he gonna bring it. So but I mean, I know there are people that fan him up. I ain't got no problem with him. I think he's, you know, in a very good category. But if his career was to end today with Giannis and Jokic, they over here and he's about right here. That's just the fact. I know what he said, but he wants all the fanfare. He talk enough trash. He makes every point to get in Kevin Durant's face, get in Steph Curry's face. He talk a lot of yang, and he sure brought his A game against Shea the other night. Got that block. I think what I'm seeing is if he gets his butt to LA or goes to New York or goes somewhere he can shine, that's when he'll. Yeah, if he stays in Minnesota, he can hide. I don't care what nobody says. The league ain't that advanced. We don't have that much technology where they're gonna blow him up in Minnesota. They're not. They're not. They're not. So wishful thinking. I can't believe this poll so far, but everybody's saying Jason Tatum is the face of the NBA. I'm like, okay, we must be watching something different. But I feel that that's going to emerge. My inner sources tell me that. My inner sources. My inner sources tell me that they gonna want a lethal weapon, black and white, buddy buddy, cop. And LA is known for its turning stars. I got a feeling that that's what they're gonna work. Cause Ant can be like the Kyrie type New Jack. Yeah, that means Ant will be there. Cause LeBron will be gone by then. He ain't gonna play no more 3 more years. Not legally. Not legally. Not legally he won't. And I think truth of the matter is this year, next year, and that's it. I don't see more than another year after this year for him playing. I think that's about it. I think the home stretch is in. That's what I'm saying. I'm playing GM. Oh yeah, by the way, sometimes when I do these streams, I play GM. Me and my buddies used to do that all the time on the phone, play GM. And I'm playing GM. And my instincts say, just like I'm thinking about John Morant, Ja, if Jimmy Butler hadn't have nutted out, he could have been a teacher for Ja in Miami. I don't see that with Pat Riley. But Ja, maybe New York, maybe Golden State, maybe the Clippers. The wild card is the Denver Nuggets. Mark my word. Ja, New York is obvious on the table. Golden State, the Nuggets, and the Clippers. Those are my four landing spots for Ja. Him and Joker would be insane. Him and Curry would be crazy with Tatum, with Butler. In New York, he could run the point. Jalen Brunson could be. They could be wildly fanatic. They could be a problem on the perimeter. All depends. But it's a handful. In the Clippers, they need some youth energy. So Kawhi Harden, stop milking it. There you go. Okay. I see we got a few polls. Keep on coming on through. If you're on here, feel free to holler. Let me know where you up. Feel free to talk, 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 and show yourselves. Don't be afraid. We talking live right now. I'm gonna be on here for a good hour or so. For everybody out around the world, hope you're enjoying your Monday, be it morning, afternoon, evening. If it's Tuesday where you are, thank you. I don't call him soft. I just think that he just doesn't give me no aura. He don't give me no magic. I wouldn't call him soft because he's battle tested. They went to finals, they won. And I can't say he hasn't come up. It's just that he leaves me kind of dry. You know, he leaves me dry. I did the video about that, and I got one out. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's after the fact. That's and see in corporate world, that's what we're going to do. They waited till everything kind of died down, and they addressed it. They try to be slick. I like the Crimson one with him, the French, the French, I want to say the French Connection back in the '70s. I like his old films. He was good. He was really good. He had an aura about him, and that's what good acting does. That's what you start with. You know when I talked about aura, You just at least got to act like you've been there and you can hold your own. Then everything else after that kind of just goes on from there. Definitely had a presence about him. Definitely had a presence about him. That's the old stuff. Yeah, you know, he's not gonna get the kind of love by certain type of actors now because he wasn't the Hollywood leading man type. It's kind of like Robert Duvall. There's certain actors because they fit certain schemes of acting, but he was bad though. He was bad. Nah, not that tough guy vibe. Not like Robert Duvall either. Well, kind of like Robert Duvall, I would say. There's certain commonalities, but when I talk about the Al Pacinos, the De Niro's, the Denzel Washingtons of the world, you know, Sidney Poitiers of the world, Tom Hanks of the world, he's not gonna get the Dustin Hoffman. He ain't getting that. He ain't getting that juice. Those are guys that Marlon Brando's. There's about 6, 7 guys they first name. Eastwood gets that love in that regard. Even though I thought Charles Bronson was a better tough guy, had more colder feel than Eastwood. That's just me personally. Eastwood to me was kind of like a more meteor version of James Dean, but not as cool, but cool in a different way. So it all depends on what you want. Meatheads always get the job. I didn't hear. I Was their mother did some stuff. I know about some mother. There was some mess that went on. I didn't get the whole totality. Because I know there was a parent that did something really heinous though. That I do know. There's always something where kids get left behind in the cold. Yep, always doing something stupid, especially like in the summertime. It's worked both ways. Up there gambling, losing your rent money and your food money, doing stupid stuff. It's a sad commentary. All right, the poll is coming. It is very sad. I am very disappointed. So before people can start and point fingers and say this and that, you got to take care of what you got. And it's a sad commentary. Very sad. Because they need to get called out on their foolishness. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. People ain't thinking right, though. I mean, and granted, I know it's tough in some sectors, but I don't. I think they could have been prevented. But I know in some places the people ain't thinking right. I know parenting is very disastrous these days. Very. There's no balance today. You could say, I'm just not to act like everything was peachy cream back in the day, but there was a different morality hit back in the day. It's not the same no more. It's not the same. Too many things are getting slid by and done with where it just don't hit the same. So that's all. So yeah, you gotta say prayers and thoughts. It's always, you know, people not doing their job. That's the problem. Thank everybody coming through. Feel free to come on here and make some comments on whatnot. We just kicking it on Monday, having a good day. Hope everybody's doing all right. Your thoughts on what he said he thinks the plan was. Of course he did. I've already said that. I did my take on it. If you watch my videos, okay, you want me to go and bust it here live? I'll bust it right here for you. I'll bust it right here. LeBron's a liar, a phony, a fraud, and he all cuddly with Jenny Bus. Oh, you cuddling and you taking mochas, and of course he know. Of course he know. They didn't label AD streak. First of all, they impeded AD's progress. Do you remember the first 2 weeks of this season? AD looked like an MVP, like he'll be defensive player of the year. The guy was starting off with a high, almost 30. I didn't say I felt for AD. Did you hear me say that? What I will say is this: AD was never going to be given the car keys in LA. Not just because he's always in street clothes or whatnot, he didn't sell no tickets. I already called it. He was going to be a complimentary. See, this is a business. It ain't just based on your skills or what you do. It is a business. He don't sell no tickets. He's not a franchise player. Oh yeah, yeah. And see, the problem with AD is kind of like how he left New Orleans and came to La La Land. Well, Karma came back and kicked him in his butt twice. Because not only is he hurt, but now he's sent to Dallas, and he's got a. If he's healthy, and him and Kyrie gonna be something else. If he healthy, then it looks good. It looks good because I do believe that he, Dallas will be all right. Contrary. Oh yeah, well that too, cause he slurped the LeBron Kool Aid. But y'all gotta remember something. You can sign the Clutch Sports. You can wear Clutch Sports or paraphernalia. You can act like LeBron. You ain't LeBron. And LeBron got a system where he can act cold and that be it, and it's fronting on you and fake on you. They set Russell up to fail. They didn't want to play with him. They set up Darvin Ham too. That's why I will never forget LeBron James. Now all of a sudden he act like he wants to play hard for Coach JJ Ridiculous. Yeah, he didn't do it for Darvin Ham like that. D'Angelo Russell was used as a guinea too. All these cats are fake. Well, that going back to Miami was because it didn't really work in Cleveland. He wasn't being used right in Cleveland, and LeBron acted like he was almost intimidated, and it just came off kind of. It's almost like LeBron, like Wade got something over him, and I think mentally he do. That's the only person I've ever seen him play with where he like he deferred, because Wade was probably the best leader he ever played with, and when there's a difference between being a leader and how you play, so. But anyway, he, he turned on everybody. You know, he turns on everybody. It's only a matter of time. You know. But the NBA rewards this. This guy gets to, sashay and do what he want to do, and people just gotta no, cause Pat ain't gonna go for that crap. Pat's like, look, man, I love your game and your career, carry you that, but I'm not gonna sit around and kiss the rings. I showed you around. I'm not gonna, and rightfully so. Nobody wants to get bullied and chumped by a guy who needs all this to balance his game out. And see, it's one thing when you get a guy that you can play and you can respect it, but it's another when he's trying to hustle you. He's trying to muscle you. That's what he's trying to do. That's what he's trying to do. And it's a lot of antics and a lot of, well, you need to. That's why Pat Riley has cooled off on all that. He goes on now. He tell you Kareem's the goat, or he'll give Jordan the edge, or he'll give Magic the edge. He don't. He gives LeBron high due, but he don't. He ain't slurping him. And see, that's what LeBron wants. That's why I don't do 7-Eleven over here. He no go. Of course he. Well, this is the thing. They winning, and as long as LeBron don't pull up lame, okay. Luca got to stay healthy. That's the key. They having a nice merry-go-round. Everything feels good now. until they when they lose some games and they get exposed. They have when that happens, they don't get all the free throws. Things start to come back down to earth. We're gonna see. But I'm told you right now, this is just kind of made for window dressing. Yeah, I'm talking about when he out. He get out. That's where you gonna find out. And then on top of that, because he's not well, he's playing to appease, and they trying to put on a good facade. So usually, when you're taking over for a team with a 40-year-old dude, you think it's ain't this ain't up for discussion. But this is a little different circumstances. But that's why I think the Ant deal will inevitably come in a year or so. They'll make a move for something. You heard it here first. I'm not the only one that's saying it, but I definitely after Luca got traded and the cat's out the bag, and Adam Silver cannot go back and make guys play better basketball. So what's he got to do is do what? Switch uniforms. That's what's up. For who though? Because Joel Embiid ain't gonna play no more. He probably might retire. Who? Who are we talking about? Because Zion Williamson, if you trade him and he plays, that's a dicey move. Ja's image is taking a beating. It's taking a beating. And he's not lazy. He's just stuck in this movie acting screen, which is what's messing him up. It's not. He's not lazy. He just ain't really. He's kind of woozy this year though. But I wouldn't call him lazy. I think he knows the writings on the wall. Though. Something about him off though. But they actually play good without him too. So he's getting a real wake up call. Now his is probably the most lethal wake up call of them all because the Grizzlies aren't that bad without him. See, New Orleans is being held hostage because Zion be eating them all off, and that's the problem. I mean, it depends on who you're talking about. Ants got Minnesota because they don't have nothing else. Gobert don't fit, and he's half-hearted, and no one else is in there. It's a smart move. It's a smart move. It's ball control. Um, it's a great move. He's exactly what they could use. With Jaden Daniels and him, that's a good move. That's a good move. You get a couple years out of him, you can make even more of a deeper. You can make a Super Bowl. They're not that far off. If Jaden Daniels is as poor as he was advertised this past year, and their defense comes up, they missed a couple of offensive possibilities. Yeah, I think it's a good move. I think Washington is a legit team. You should be asking Cowboy fans what they feel about that. Don't ask me because I think Washington and Philly gonna run the NFC East. I think y'all. Oh, that would definitely move them up if they can get him out of Cleveland, so he don't be. You know what? I tell you like this: if we didn't have modern technology, Gary would almost be like a myth. That's how bad it is right now as we speak, because we know about him. I know about him as a football fan, and you know about him as a football fan. They need him. They need him. They need him bad. That's why they can't. They're not a threat. Their defense is not a threat. I don't know. No, I don't know about no Bruce Smith. No, you're in the wrong form. I don't do nothing for about no Donald Trump. So you gotta go. I don't like trolls. That's not going to stay on my thread side. Sorry. One of the worst presidents ever. I saved it for you. One of the worst. Trolls be cracking me up. Think they gonna sneak that mess on here? You better go on with that mess. I don't think you have to give up a whole lot. This ain't no Rudy Gobert thing. The NFL is different. I don't know you gotta give up a whole lot to get him. Not like that. He's getting a little long in the tooth because Cleveland. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy. what's your point? He's still bought and paid for by Elon Musk, and he's still bought and paid for by Putin. So what's your point? I'm not impressed. Anyways, gonna come across. I'm talking to a blank screen with that because I'm not keeping any comments. I don't do anything favorable to say anything about Trump. So you're in the wrong section. But that's why I got trolls though. Just for people to see that come on here. Oh yeah, I heard about that thing in Florida. Yeah, well, eventually, eventually you will. One way or the other. That's what it was. That's what it turned out to be, more or less. That's what I read between the lines of it. There's a lot of that going on. That's how people making them ends. They just using other things as a front. That's what's going on. Yes, I would be, because at least she actually has a job as a actual politician, and you can't use that word without talking about Melania Trump, who was bought and paid for, and was out there grinning on Epstein together, cheek to cheek. It's all the same. It's all the same. That's all it is. It's no different than the back pages of Craigslist. I mean, all that stuff's connected. There's a lot of money involved in it, and people know what's up. I don't agree at all. It never was safe. And I'm gonna say it like this. Sorry, I can't get excited about a 34 count felon. Sorry. There's nothing you can say to me. Yeah, I saw that. Where else was he gonna go though? All that crazy talk about coming to the Giants. I mean, really? Come on now. He fits in LA. The problem is that they're a bipolar team. Their offense is in the defense. They just don't rotate. Because McVay, they're a dangerous team if they figure out what the heck they got. They gave Philly a problem. Don't they all take money though? You're not telling me nothing. Talk about the money Trump took, okay? Stop with this nonsense. Long winded and trying to justify one political party or other. They all connected. Who do you think taught Trump game? Who do you think he used to hang out with? Hillary and Hillary. Look up the video where he said Democrats tend to make the economy better. People coming here giving one sided. I don't do one sided politics. It's all the same pile of tricks. They all spend money on unnecessary stuff. It's a bunch of comedians trying to always try to sell some stuff. That's all. But yeah, I knew Stafford was gonna stay in LA. It's just that it can McVay figure it out. Nothing. I'm curious about who. We'll see if the Dodgers gonna repeat. See what the Mets gonna be like, because everybody's gonna be looking at the Mets. And I guess as a Yankee fan, but I don't know what to expect. I mean, she's a mail order bride. She came over here. She came through the parties. That's how. She doesn't even respect that man. Wears them old big old stack hats so she can avoid him even being near her. It's bought and paid for. It's obvious that you just long winded and got and wasting a lot of time and wasting my energy coming on here because you think that you can turn my views on Trump. I can go back with Trump, okay? Black man in Central Park 5, I'll never forget. Yeah, you keep on with this mess, I'm gonna have to take you off my page because I don't really want to talk about a loser like Trump. It don't really hurt. It hurts that they didn't address getting speed on the base pass. It hurts that they don't address probably have another left hander. And they still happen in the States. And what's your point? What is your point? Because you got to start using certain words on here, and you up here using them very loose. And I don't appreciate it on the live stream. That's what these trolls do. They think they can talk to you about Trump. They think they can just talk about it. So, yeah, you know the stack has some talking about. Put bananas on them and grapes, fruit of the loom. They like the fruit of the loom emblem. Yeah, it's hilarious. That's what she was wearing at the dinner. She wouldn't let him get nowhere near. I was cracking up. I already know. All right, I had enough of this idiot. I can't be dealing with this mess no more. Just long winded and talking a bunch of random noise. That's what you got to deal with. Just want to be on a mission to do what exactly? Oh yeah, got to stop up here, come over here talking about that he's doing something. I watched that thing the other day. That was embarrassing. They up there trying to play Zelensky like a sandwich, like he fight out like a subway, just trying to sell him off to Putin and tell him to downplay it. It's embarrassing. I'm not dealing with that mess. I don't want to hear it because they both sides is corrupt. We got enough going on as it is. It was embarrassing. It's embarrassing. By the day. Well, LeBron don't talk about that no more though. Jay-Z and them don't talk about that no more. All them Hollywood parties, Oscar parties, all having fun. No one talks about what they see. It's funny. And where's Kendrick talking about that? See, you want to be a so-called conscious artist? Where the consciousness at? People don't do nothing no more. They don't talk about nothing. I know what he got. I see that turkey all the time. The baby mama asking for you know, sitting up in there with his son digging deep for gold at the office. That was hilarious. But that young boy said a lot, didn't he? Talking about, really? Oh wow. Are you from the UK? Wow. 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 Oh man, this ain't April Fool's Day. I know he gone through some stuff though. Well, I told you I did a video about that. As industry, I believe. I believe. The Clive Davis situation, I got my theories on it. They owe the money, and there's a lot going on with that. I believe there was a lot more going on with that. I do believe. Now, don't come here giving no falseness about no stuff like that, cause that's not funny. Robert Williams done dealt with some serious stuff. So, buddy of mine basically said he pretty much did his own self because of what he was eating, which I think he had a heavy heart going on. He played tough on TV, but he couldn't really, he ate himself that way, and he never got over Ashanti. There's a lot of factors involved with that. A lot of stuff went on with Irv. He did get paid though. He cashed in his chips, but he paid a price though. I think he transitioned as a lonely man. I do. Contrary to what Slim Thug saying that if you rich, you don't get gold and lonely. I think Irv did. I think it was. So I think there was more to it. Yeah, because when they broke up, Ashanti still looked good too. She just had another one with Nelly. She looked good. And they exchanged, but she kept it classy when he passed. I give her props. Yeah, he be saying any old thing. It's like he's almost like the broke Kanye would cat be out here talking about yeah, and got a microphone for him, and the turkey got so much to say. So I try to avoid that turkey, but yeah, he's always got something to say. Recently, we keep sticking a microphone in front of some has-beens face, or what you think? I'm like, come on now. All right, I'm gonna be out. I got about 15 more minutes before I gotta bounce. You don't be on later, do you? I'm on for another 15 more minutes. Because if I think you're going to be on, I got to go off for an hour. I come back. When you say Fat Joe said, what you mean? Yeah, because about another, I'll probably be like an hour and a half. I'll be back. I'm going to do a replay. I'll come back. But I'm going to finish this. I'm going to do this for 15 more minutes and give me about like an hour and a half from what the time. Oh, what you mean he said? What he done? What he learned about now? You know what was sad is that yeah, because everybody he was cool with got locked up. And let me look at the picture. 50 don't respect him. Jay Z don't respect him. Kale's locked up. Diddy locked up. Who he gonna run to? Kendrick too younger, and they ain't messing with him. Buster's acting like anything could happen with Buster. Who he gonna snitch out? And the playing field ain't as wide. So look around. Not quite. But I do. Thank you. That gave me a topic though. Thank you. I'm gonna use that as a thank you. You just gave me something to say. It was good. I'm gonna use that too. Thank you. Yeah, Turkey actually said that. Okay, I'm gonna use that. I'll make a video out of that. Sometime this week I'll put that one out. I don't want to do that as an ASAP because it's I don't look at it as like a hot press one that I will use, but I will use it this week. Thank you. I do use things that you throw me and I make my own take. That one I'll probably next couple of days. Well, I'll say this. It's catchy. I can see you dancing to lean back. That I'll give you. Because far as dancing, I'll give you that. Now not like us. I don't know how you dance to a diss track. It's kind of convoluted. But as terms of impact and cadence and all that, no, not like us. It's got more trajectory. Obviously, it's more iconic. But I do like lean back though. It was catchy in the pocket. It was catchy in the pocket. And for him, that's a real tight track. That's what I'm saying. Because he think he did that with Scott Storch. And bump, but nobody was breaking their neck. Like they like it, you could play it, but it didn't have the cultural significance. It's not like us. You even got Conan O'Brien talking about Drake last night at the Oscars. So lean back. And Fat Joe should have had more of those low key kind of tracks. Should have been. He's needed every cent to sell his whack career. Shit. Come on, man. Who are we kidding? That's no matter what he tried to say, he built his whole career and foundation off. That's what him. Pay that. All you had to do, you want to put Fat Joe in perspective? Watch Ice Cube at Dodger Stadium, yay yay, and then watch Fat Joe at Yankee Stadium. Oh no, all the time. And all he do is crying songs with Jennifer Lopez or crying on some hooks. He's bought and paid for it too. We know he's aging. That's why he's in trouble. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got no drop on nobody. That's the problem. He agent, but Nas don't sell like that. And Nas ain't buttered up like Fat Joe is, but Fat Joe's buttered up. You see who be putting themselves all in the. Where's Suge Knight when I need him? All in the cameras, all in the videos, all got something to say, all want the you know. It's dumb. They should let you wear you wear whatever you want on your face. Um, the problem with the Yankees is they seem like they stuck in a time warp. That's the problem. Common sense don't seem to register. Like we gotta need to get with the program. See, to be honest with you, it was nice to get to the World Series, but it felt nice. It didn't feel like we really got there because Aaron Judge did not wake up, and Stanton is on his last couple of legs, wasting Garrett Cole. By the way, that's why Soto left. Aaron Boone doesn't bring that kind of fire to get him going. You know, that's why I'm not. I don't know what to make of what I expect for the year. But if they do well, then they on to something. But if they do like I think they're gonna do, yeah, because they just didn't feel like you know the series felt artificial. I knew the Dodgers were the best team, and I'm going in right now saying the Dodgers best team. The Mets got more of my attention than the Yankees right now. Oh yeah, I cut myself all the time. Well, I will tell you this: I used to have better razors back in the day, but it's just the reality of stuff. But it's stupid. The Yankees are just tell you something. If you win it, you can look like Grizzly Adams for all I care. You like a grizzly bear if you win it. I don't see why they got any crying about anything. You need to take a cue from the Dodgers. But them days of being all, like this or that about that is done. They play like hippies too. They're not that good. They're not that good. They got some decent pitching in spots, but they're not that good. Look like a 7-10 game over 500 kind of team, if I'm honest. A double wild card. Back in the day, I did, especially when Jeter and Revere were playing. They ain't been to but one World Series since 2010, so that clean cut ain't gonna get you over. So I don't really subscribe to it. If you ain't winning, it don't really matter. Oh yeah, I agree, but there's so much politics involved. There's so much politics involved. I don't even like to think about the Hall of Fame. I do videos where I talk about stuff, but I talk about it from a casual as an observer from a way it could be. I don't even like to think about it in real time because if I think about it in real time, it's too frustrating because they have watered it down. Look, I liked Harold Baines, but when Harold Baines got in the Hall of Fame, I'm like, y'all got to he was really good, but he wasn't no Hall of Famer. But we gonna start making it the really good, the very good Hall of Fame, then yeah. And somehow people still think the baseball Hall of Fame carries sway. I won't call him overrated, but I'll say this: he was good. It's not overrated, underrated. He was good. I'll think of some other players that I consider more overrated than him because I mean he was good. He had 2,600 hits. He wasn't no chopped liver, but Hall of Fame. we can't even really, it happens in every sport though. So it all depends. I mean, some people are gonna say that Steve Nash was overrated. So it all depends on how you look at it. Kirby was great. Kirby was great, yo. That butterball would go up there and take what he did against Atlanta with that catch, and he could hit. Kirby was great. He was great. Blyleven was a really good pitcher. He had wins. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I debate him in my top 10 of them, but he was decent. He was legit. But Kirby was bad. No, I'm a Kirby was dude. Kirby was bad, yo. In fact, they liked Kirby so much that they kind of overlooked his off the field situations. That's how bad Kirby was. Different day, different time. Gwen, but Rose was more versatile as far as the way he could beat you in different ways. I think. Well, Gwen was like from that Ted Williams school. Gwen could flat out. He was like a department of different layers. But Rose was the better player to me though. Charlie Hustle was unique, yo. And I like Gwen a lot, but Pete Rose just hit differently though. Plus, he played almost all kinds of positions. He was Pete Rose was the baseball like Larry Bird was the basketball to me. They're guys that they are like the definition of the sport. They're not the most talented, the most gifted, but you got to deal with them for the whole trajectory. And he did the thing. He did the thing. I got a term I always say: don't let nobody outwork you. That's what I mean. You guys can be better than you, but you can't have nobody outwork you. Nobody outwork Pete Rose. So, but I love Tony Gwynn though. Tony Gwynn was bad, yo. Gwynn was bad. Gwynn was bad. If the Padres had him right now with what they got, they're coming out the NL West. I can say that emphatically. He was. Because you couldn't teach. When he went to Philadelphia, remember he used to spike the baseball till they get the outs. P. Rose had a swag about him. And he just like, I ain't, you just knew he was going to come through. He did. He had that attitude. When he ran by Fossey over in that World Series, Ray Fossey. Yeah, Cleveland ran him over just to get that run. That's how he was. They don't bring him like Charlie Hustle. They don't bring him like that no more. That dude was bad. He was tough. So, but again, that's no diss to Tony Gwynn. Because Tony Gwynn could write a book on hitting. I'm telling you right now, the Padres had him with T.I. Jr. They would be doing it. Oh yeah, but Rose was something else though. Yeah, he was something else. I was a huge Pete Rose fan. I like I said, I dig them both. That's a good question, but I've already done something like that. Yeah, he studied Ted Williams. He studied trajectory. He was a student of the game. He was a savant. He really, you know, he knew how to put the ball in place. He just could beat you different ways. I mean, I dug Tony. Sad part, he didn't play with the Padres when they had a Winfield, and they didn't have the depth. The way they lost to the Tigers in '84 and the way they lost to the Yankees. It just so far he came across two of the baddest teams. That's what I'm saying. Two of the best teams I've seen in regular season. That Tigers team in '84 and that Yankees team in '98. He just was a timing victim. Being runner up was as good as it was gonna get. But that man could flat out hit. Yeah, he put on the clinic. Yeah, I know that. He got watched and profiled. Winfield went for greener pastures. That's why he left San Diego. San Diego was like being in Saudi Arabia back in the day. They had him, Ozzie Smith, Gary Templeton. They had names, Riley. They had names. It's just that they were like the San Diego Chicken. They were fun, but they're gonna get their butt blew out. But they were a fun team to watch. You know what that usually means. So ain't winning nothing, but you fun. So and that's what happened. So how you doing? How you doing? Now he had two losses. They lost to the Tigers in '84, and they lost to the Yankees in '98. I remember very well because I remember that Tigers team with Sparky Anderson. That's what Jack Morris was pitching. Willie Hernandez was pitching. He left the Cubs. He had a big crazy fro, light skinned cat, and Lou Whitaker and Trammon all them, and they had a crazy year. Atlanta was against the Yankees in '96. I remember because Andrew Jones hit them home runs the first two games, and the Yankees came back and won. Atlanta beat Cleveland in the World Series in '95. You remember? Yeah, Ricky could have been. Ricky played for about a who's who. Ricky was around a whole lot. Ricky stayed in somebody. But no, he had two World Series appearances. He just happened to go against two teams that were just better, the Tigers and the Yankees. That's all. Glad to see you, Charlene. Thank you for coming on. I am gonna come back in an hour just to let you know. I gotta step off for an hour and a half. Well, he stayed pimping though. That didn't change. He was doing it wherever he was. That dude was one of the baddest players talent wise, but he was a natural. It's just that. So anyway, I will be back on in an hour, hour and a half. So be watching out for me, okay? Watch out for me. I will be back in an hour and a half. I got to step. So if you on, we're gonna continue this by an hour and a half. All right. All right. I'll be back. Peace. And appreciate everybody coming through. Please hit like and whatnot. I'll be back on. Peace.